Hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Prismata. Before we get into the ranked games for today's episode, I wanted to highlight something funny that I saw while I was spectating in between episodes. I happened to join this game between two a low master tier player and a tier 9 player. And the board state was just so funny that I thought I had to stay and watch it till the end, grab the replay code, and see what had happened. And I thought I'd show it to you guys. I'm not going to worry too much about like the strategy of, how, what these players were doing correct. I think the winner had a much better idea. But this, let's just look briefly. What is up with the set? Looks like there's a lot of defense with like Energy Matrix, Doomed Mech. Those are pretty good defenders. And there's these like high cost red units that would love to be behind a big absorber and a large economy, right? So like probably Sinestra, maybe Lucina. I don't know, maybe neither, but like maybe Doomed Mech is somehow your best attacker, but like with Ebb Turbine you should be able to get out at least one of these two guys behind a Matrix. And it would be nice to get a Doomed Mech train going, although with Nevo Charge, maybe that's kind of hard. I don't know. Anyway, so what did the players actually do? Balloon down here, player 1, right? Cut early for a Blast Forge to get Ebbs, which is like not usually good. Meanwhile, this guy, player 2, Minkandon? Mink and Ann? Who knows? Went for a much higher econ plan. And you may be surprised by Balloon's plays over the next several turns. This is leading us to the... Wait, he clicked Ebb to buy another Ebb to go with this conduit? Huh. I'm not sure what this is all about. Okay, we want a lot of green and we want a lot of Ebbs. So this sort of sounds like something breach-proof, I guess. And indeed, here come the ISOs. I think with all the defense in this set, breach-proof is not right, but okay, that's what he's doing. I'll just sort of skim through this as he just continues to buy more and more Ebb turbines and convert drones, where possible, into money to build more green. Hoping that Nevo Charges and Isocronus will deny the Absorb player sufficient value that this wins. And this is about where I joined. I saw this guy with 8 Ebb Turbines on the field and 8 Isocronuses against Sinestra. And it was kind of funny because we had been talking in Discord about, like, why does Ebb Turbine have 10 supply? Like, it's really, really rare you want to build more than 4 of them. Maybe for some, like, weird breach, like, semi-breach-proof thing. But, how often does that really happen? And I even said... someone was like, you never buy more than 2 Mahars, right? But there are 10 of them in the supply. And I was like, I don't know. You build 5 Mahars more often than you build 5 Ebbs, I think. 'Cause sometimes they're just the best attacker. And here's this guy building 8 Ebbs. What do I know? He gets the last 2 Ebbs and builds 1 more drone. There's this, like, 8 Ebbs, 8 drones. You can see what's coming, I think. And as soon as he's ready to get breached, he can just throw away all the drones. Actually, he bought some more drones and now is holding them, so a mistake was made. But this is a lot of pressure for sure, like, 28 damage. But the guy has like 1 million drones, he has a ton of energy matrices lined up, he has Doomed Mechs to hold back. It just isn't enough, and Balloon ends up losing. It takes him a while to realize he's lost, but... I just thought it was so funny getting to see 8 Ebbs being clicked all on the same turn. Like, how many times in the history of Prismata can that have happened, I wonder? Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed that little adventure. Let's jump into the queue. and see what's on TV. Oh, nothing. It's me. I'm on TV, probably. Blevo. This guy was playing against Cooled Cannon in a 30-second game earlier, I think. Huh. A very disjointed set. Like, I think Drake is just best here. Does it somehow lose to Lucina? I think just Drakes and walls. Maybe you can get a Chrono Filter to let you build a Tarsier or two on occasion. I don't think Drake is a unit you get third engineer with. No, it can't be, right? It used to be back when it cost like 14 BBB, but that's a long time ago. Player 1 has sort of a better Drake line, don't they? Maybe I'm supposed to build a Conduit or a Chrono Filter on turn 2 for some reason? I think Fastimus clearly loses to Drakes. And I think Drakes beat Sinestra. But I'm not sure how, as player 2, to win Drakes versus Drakes. I have 9 drones now. If I had 11 with Chrono Filter, I could like build Tarsier Splitter. That's cutting drones pretty early though. Maybe that's okay. The next turn I won't have any tech. I can hold back the Splitter and build drones. And a Blast Forge. And then I'll be able to Drake on the next turn. Won't be able to Tarsier with it though. Is he really thinking of a third Engie? So here was what I was thinking, was this, right? Tarsier Splitter, and then Drone Blast Forge. That gets me a Drake, but then I'm floating the red. I just don't have quite enough drones for this plan. Not if I want to build a second Blast Forge. I guess I could build a Conduit instead and build like Tarsier Splitter again while droning some more. And then finally get a Drake on this third Chrono turn. It's pretty dang slow. I think I'm gonna go for it though. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. I think that a well-executed Drake line should beat this, and I just don't know how to build Drakes properly. I don't think I can put him under so much pressure that he can't build Drakes, but it would be nice. Alright, so he's offering to trade engineers by building that Splitter. Ooh. Just gonna go straight into Drakes, huh? No. Do I want to trade engineers? I think so, because he has to build a wall to actually be able to attack with his own Splitter, right? He may not be able to take the engineer. He may just be giving me one. So if I do this, I can Drake, right? Ooh, if I do this, I can Drake Tarsier? Whoa, it feels so slimy. But I think that's good. It's worth cutting for. It puts him under a lot of pressure. I'm gonna try that. Alright, so he builds a wall. He does succeed in trading engineers. But it meant he didn't get to build an attacker here, so... And I hope to make it hard for him to build a Drake next turn. He'll have to hold back his splitter, I think. I guess, well, holding back the splitter is free, so why wouldn't you? I'm probably just attacking for 3 this turn. Holding back the splitter and not clicking the Drake. He probably also just attacks for 3. But I kind of have to wall just in case he doesn't. Oh, I can click this because... No, I can't. No, I can't offer him this breach, obviously. I'm just trying to, like, have 16 gold next turn, and I can't decide whether I should cut the drone or the NG. Because I'd love to Drake Rhino, I guess. I think I'll build an engineer instead of a drone. Yeah. The pressure's going to be pretty high, especially if he manages to build another Drake. Okay, Drake Rhino it is. Actually, if I only have 1 Blast Forge, the Drakes aren't threatening that much, right? It should really be like Splitter Wall Rhino. In which case I maybe could have afforded the drone and built Splitter Wall Tarsier. I just had one of those panic moments like, am I recording? Yeah, look at that, I am recording. Okay. Every so often I'm like, I think I might have forgotten to hit the button. Usually that doesn't turn out to be the case. Okay, well, second Drake is going to make it hard for me to build anything too outrageous. Yeah, maybe I should have thought about how much he can threaten to attack with second Drake. He threatens 9? Like, second Drake was clearly a dream that could not be realized. But I guess I can do this. The Rhino plays well again around the Drake threat. Yeah, I'm a bit down in drones, but I have more real attack. He has more threat, but I've already played around that by building some defenders, so... He has better tech, maybe. Hold the Rhino back again. Oops, I don't need 2 conduits, 1 is plenty. Just like for force fields, and I'll have Gauss charges if I need them instead. How am I going to spend all this tech? Kind of not going to? Is that about right? Thinking of clicking the Drake and replacing the Blast Forge. Like this. Yeah, this seems okay. I think just buying some Gauss charges is better than buying a conduit. This Blast Forge being effectively like fast Gauss charges, right?
I could have considered not replacing the Blast Forge, but because I probably won't be able to spend all the blue this turn. But if I do that, then I shouldn't have clicked the Drake to begin with because I'm not replacing the threat. It just seemed really good to like actualize some of this Drake threat and make him build more defense. We'll see. My Chrono Filter is not looking so hot right now, but it did get me 2 Tarsiers and a Rhino, which all worked reasonably well. Yeah. I mean, these Rhinos are doing a good job. I'm floating blue, but that's life. I guess the Drake click makes me lose a Rhino. That's fine, though. If it makes him lose a Blast Forge, I'm okay with it. That's what the Rhino was for, was to counteract his Drake click. I don't know. I'm a little worried because he seems to be having an easier time adding on more attack than I am. Right? He's no longer behind in permanent attack. He's in fact a bit ahead. No. I'm just gonna hang on to this Rhino so I can attack with him on the turn when I build another Rhino. I just wish I could build more attack, and I guess this is the best I can do, right? In terms of building more attack. Oh, shit! He only has 1 Blast Forge. I could have actually just clicked the Rhino. I forgot. I need to pay attention to his threat numbers and see if they're real. This happens to me all the time in Drake games. That would have made my life a lot easier because I would have it available to defend on this coming turn more comfortably. I can still do this, but it would be better if you were killing a 0 stamina Rhino instead of a 2 stamina Rhino, you know? Yeah, this is pretty sad. Big, big mistake not clicking that Rhino last turn. As long as he doesn't click a Drake, I might get away with it. I guess even if he does, I'll get away with it, but it's making his life easier. Yeah, it looks like he's winning this. He's doing a better job of continuing to grow as this goes on. I don't know. I haven't lost or anything, but it feels bad. Maybe I've lost, that is, but I'm not ready to resign anyway. Although, why not? He has like 8 permanent attack without clicking anything. Although he's having to hold back the splitters, so call it 7. Which is what I have. But that includes my Rhino, who's about to stop attacking. His economy is higher. Maybe I can do this. And try to taunt taunt him into attacking with everything. Like, I can do this, but I can't replace the Blast Forge if I do, which is pretty scary. Maybe with the Rhino defending, it'll be okay. But no. It's better to save the threat, right? And that way I have blue next turn. Okay, you know what? I take it back. I am ready to resign. Everything was just wrong here. So, I know Drakes are the way to go here. And I just don't really know how to build it as player 2. So let's try something in analyze mode and see if I can come up with any good Drake builds. Like, I guess I could just look up, like, what's a Drake player 2 line? Because I think that's what this set is. It's like Drake plus nothing, maybe Chrono Filter, the way I played it. But, you know, player 1 does this, of course. You could do this. Doesn't seem amazing, but maybe. So this happens, and you counter with Drake. They want to buy a Drake, so they're holding back their splitter. But now, like, you have to get something to defend with, and it just doesn't feel very good, you know? I don't know. This line doesn't look very good to me. So what else could we do? We could just mirror behind, but with more drones. If I'm getting a conduit now, I should have gotten it a while ago. So let's not. He gets the Drake. And since we expect him to get Drake, we shouldn't really build this last drone. Another Drake, but hold back the splitter. Jeez. I guess this drone's an engineer too? Now you finally switch into, like, and I don't know. It's sort of hard to ever get a second Drake here. Well, if we're getting a conduit here, maybe we should have gotten it earlier. Although, I don't know. We needed the money, and we didn't super need the green. Now we can get the green, and maybe it's not totally crazy. Yeah, this doesn't seem too bad as a Drake line for player 2. We're constantly down in attack,
but we're up quite a few drones and we have green. Yikes. Maybe that's not so good. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really understand Drake. Alright, let's move on to the next game. Same guy, Blevo again. Well, looks like these 3 units are supporting high econ into Centurion, and like Barrel is going to be fine for that too. A great way to spend your red and your green. So that seems like the plan. Player 2, so we'll get a Trinity on the way. Well, we can get a Trinity the turn after this, right? I always forget. Does it work better to get a conduit first? I think it comes out the same. And I'll have plenty of opportunities to build the Trinity later, so... Do we build a splitter or a wall here? A wall makes it easier for him to get Manticore soon. But he'll have at least 2 turns of attacking into it, so the wall's kind of getting a lot of value. Think wall. Do I want another forge yet? Maybe not. Yeah, because then I can get like 2 splitters and then spend 2 turns building Manticores out of them. That seems alright. Going to do something similar. You know, would I like one of these to be a Trinity drone? Do I need 2, or is 1 enough? Am I going to be... I don't think I'm going to have a ton of excess green. I think I'd rather just have the flexibility of more real drones. So I want to build my Centurion, not this turn or the next, but probably 2 turns after. Because that'll be just enough time to convert all these into Manticores. I don't know, maybe that's actually too soon, because my opponent will just deny me Absorb pretty easily. Yeah, second Trinity's fine if I build the second conduit. So what am I doing next turn? 2 Tarsiers is 8. And I'll have like 31. So 2 Tarsiers is 8. Manticore is 11. Like, what the heck am I spending all this money on? Maybe I can get, like, another Blast Forge or something. 20 with a bunch of drones. Third blue doesn't feel right. Well, first of all, I need another drone. Maybe I should just get another NG and buy more drones that way? I can't. I could buy a Trinity and then some drones, I guess. Just like with Manticore, you have so much money for a while, and then suddenly you turn it into some of it into attack. I don't know, third blue might have been better. My opponent thinks so. Isn't it a little early for Feral? Wouldn't you rather have a Tarsier? Ah, it's your defender, I see. Maybe just more conduits? They're drones after all, right? Next turn, are we getting the Centurion or not? He's probably not getting his yet. So he's gonna get like 3 splitters. In which case I will want the Centurion. Okay. So Centurion, Tarsier, and a Gauss Cannon or something? A couple Gauss Cannons? Yeah, that seems okay. Oh, I forgot to click my Manticore! Well, I paid $3 to kill that engineer and make the Feral a little bit more breach vulnerable. Okay, yeah, of course not 3, but rather Doomed Mech and Splitter instead. So Centurion might actually not get value yet, right? He'll be attacking for 3, 4, but he might hold this back to defend. No, I think he'll build a Centurion of his own. So he'll attack with this. And then he'll be attacking with all this as well. I'm going to envy his Doomed Mech train, I think. Yeah, what exactly do I have going for me? I guess, like, more drones? But he has better attack and better tech. I can kill 2 engineers, or I can have $6. I think I'll take the $6, thanks. Well, if we can attack for just 4, we deny him a little bit of value. Probably not enough to make this worth. So I'll just do this. Start actually attacking next turn. Probably gonna want an engineer. I think he really ought to build a Centurion. The Doomed Mech is getting okay value, but it would be much happier to attack. Yeah. I have to say, I don't feel good about this game. It seems like he has a lot more attack than I do. And I don't really have much to show for it. I have more pressure against his Centurion, I guess. But that's not gonna last long. This is probably too greedy, right? This should be a Rhino. Even this other Tarsier could maybe I could do something clever with like I could do this and build more NGs. But I don't think things are quite that dire. I hope. One Tarsier should be okay since it lets me get out the Scouse Cannon. I don't know though. I think I might prefer a Rhino and some NGs to a Tarsier and a Gauss Cannon. I think I'm gonna try that. I envy his Doomed Mechs, but I don't really have a way to get a third blue to even consider doing something like this. I mean, I could build a bunch of force fields, but I mean, I don't know. I could do this, but it's just gonna take. I don't see myself getting the Doomed Mech train going, so I don't think I want to do that. Okay, a Rhino. He's spending a lot of force fields, though. I'm losing a Rhino here. Oh, these Dune Mechs are gonna kill me, though. It's gonna be very, very sad. Yeah, I did need all those force fields. Oh my gosh, how does he have so much attack? It's the Doomed Mechs, I guess, but yeah. Well, okay, let's just sort of optimistically suppose that my Rhino train becomes as valuable as his Doomed Mechs. I don't think if they will.
you go. That defends. Easy. I don't know. Yeah, this is horrific. I'm not even up by much in drones anymore. Yeah, I just never found a way to work in doomed mechs. I think I'm dead. Yeah. So I think everything's fine up to here. Wall's a little questionable. But this was an okay way to start getting, like, manticores, which are good. Made a mistake here, of course, forgot to click. And it looks like a third blue would have been pretty good here. I was considering it. Did it ever show up as like a... No, I didn't consider I didn't actually put it on the table, but I think I was thinking about it. Maybe it wasn't until next turn that I thought about it. But being... I knew doomed mechs are good here, and I just didn't really do something that fits them in. Droned a little bit too much, and then when it was time to start attacking, I didn't have the tech I needed. And also he had built better stuff in the meantime as well. Just a better build. Like, getting the first steel splitter helps a lot, of course. But I don't think I'm going to cut a conduit to let myself do that. And it was cool to fit in the feral there. I like that. It doesn't make sense for me since I already have the wall, of course, but... Yeah, so here... Should have done something involving another blast forge, I think. But he was already putting me in a spot where I had to build the Centurion. And I guess I would have had to start the Dune Mech train now, which is rather late. I don't know. I see that, like... the appearance of what I did wrong is like you didn't somehow get doomed mechs, but I don't know how to fix the problem. I don't know how to get doomed mechs. Oh well. Hopefully an instructive game somehow. That's gonna do it for this episode though. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.